Next, we're going to cover the defer statement. This is a different concept compared to other languages if you're coming from Python or C++. The defer statement allows you to execute a function or command later in the function, and it will actually happen at the end of the stack. So if you can think about the stack, which is each statement is executing one by one, then at the end, when the function is done, it will actually start calling each defer statement in that order. So let's set up a function that just says hello. This will show us how the order of the statements are executed. So let's call this hello name. Now we're going to call hello Nick. Okay, so now if we do hello Bob, these are running down the stack. First, this print line is happening, followed by Nick, followed by Bob. Now, the defer statement allows you to execute a function. So let's call this hello Frank. And you can see the same order as you would expect. However, this defer statement is happening at the very end of the function. So what would happen if we moved this up between these two? Let's try and run that. Notice it's still in the same order as Nick, Bob, and Frank. That's because this defer statement is really put at the very end. And after these two other functions are called, then this function is called. So if we also added Joe here, you can see that the stack is unwinding in the same order that it was added. So we added a defer statement of Frank, followed by a defer statement of Joe. That means Joe will come off the stack first, followed by Frank. So basically in reverse order. And it's done this way because it's very useful at the top of a function where you want to clean up some resources. And we'll talk about this in other lectures where you initialize a database connection, for example. You would do a defer close on that connection. So in between that defer and all the code you want to use, if any errors or the program exits, you can properly close that connection. That's pretty much it for the basics of defer functions.